Hello, this is Arun Kitangnu from Silicon Valley, California. I am having a continuing discussion on the subject of life, survival, and death. I already talked in part 1 about life. Now I'll be talking about birth and life. As a human being is born, he could be born in rich or poor country, rich or poor home, born to any religion. He comes with his fate and destiny already defined. No matter how much he or she prays, nothing is going to change. It will happen only if it is in your fate or destiny. Even if we as humans think we can change our fate by getting better education, working hard, cheating and betraying, we may be able to change only if it is in our fate. Otherwise, if the fate or luck is bad, no amount of prayer, education or hard work will make us reach to our maximum potential. Sometimes, despite our hard work and success, life could be cut short, like in case of President Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Princess Diana, Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, President Saddam Hussein, Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto. Certainly, we humans can propose, but God can dispose. It is worth observing, no matter how much human being can be powerful, but is limited in power when it comes to protect their own life, even though they can protect a big country against a big enemy. It illustrates how life is just an illusion, a drama or a movie that stays for longer than 3 hours, but like a movie must come to an end. From the tragic death of some of the noble and famous people, as well as evil and famous people, one can deduce that the government of Almighty has mysterious reason to take somebody's life who may be as noble as Mahatma Gandhi or Dr. Martin Luther King in a tragic way. From the above examples, some important observations can be made. Even though we may mourn these lives, but we don't know if these people are more happier than life in flesh and blood. Certainly, a person on a life store system with a brain in deep coma for a long time has definitely better life and eternal peace if his death is not lingering. I know the 2 sisters whose mother is in the deep coma for several months. Both sisters and the rest of the family pray for her early death. As human beings, we aspire, we wish God could make us as famous and powerful as our mentioned people. Hypothetically, we assume we could have conversation with God and request Him to grant our wish. Let us say the answer is affirmative, of course, with one condition, that God says you will also be killed in the tragic way like them. And our answer will be no, we prefer the type of life you granted us. For example, President Kennedy or Martin Luther King would have been better not being so famous. Further, it illustrates how much the work of Almighty is very mysterious. What seems to be beautiful to begin with may turn ugly one day. Since our vision is blind, we really don't know the outcome and how fast it can change from initial time to final time. The only best thing we can do for our satisfaction is to do good deeds in our lifetime or sow a good seed in expectation of bearing a good fruit, which means love, respect, be kind, be compassionate to others, particularly who are less fortunate. Despite the above 2 illustrations, the greed is so deep in human nature, he or she quickly forgets even the death of a close relative and go back into rat race without knowing what his future may look like. In one case, when my friend was bragging about his own success while mourning the death of his close relative, he would also say every weekend many times that he has to go to a party with his wife and children. As such, he cannot spare time for me because he can only spare time when he needs me, like his wife has gone to India. He did not realize if the wife and children die, then he would need people like me around him. As a trait of a human personality, citing him, when I invited him for lunch, he was ready to pay his bill when I would go to the bathroom. However, it unfortunately happened so that he himself died only after a few months, when the liver cancer was discovered in his body. Though I should mention, he still stayed as one of my best friends because of his kind and compassionate qualities. He was always by my side when I was 2 times admitted to hospital. I always miss him. May God bless his soul. I remember another incident where one couple and the children went to vacation to Atlantic City. They were crossing a bridge. The wind was so fierce that the wife and children were all blown off. Of course, he survived with his broken limbs, and that was his vacation. Thank you so much, and after a break, I'll be talking about survival. God bless you. Bye-bye.